Hello, fellow adventurers, and welcome to the next dice roll that determines the fate of Dawnwolf in the comic The Worst Curse. The Worst Curse is a Patreon-funded comic, and where the patrons get to choose in a choose-your-own-adventure style thing, where their votes can determine what choices the characters make inside the comic, thereby altering the outcome of said comic. So, let's delve in, shall we? The adventurer Dawnwolf was fleeing for his life. His mind was frantically searching for a way out of the dungeon of the infamous sexromancer, Worst the Worst. Monstrous beasts were in pursuit mere seconds behind him, a frenzied flailing of claws, jaws, and other body parts. Running until his lungs burned, he came screeching to a halt into a small oval room. Before him stood 3 doors of metal, each having a large pull ring in their center. His whimpers reverberated off of the vaulted ceiling while roars and gleeful shrieks echoed behind him. Each gruesome door had a carved bust that loomed dreadfully outward, as if the body was partially trapped inside the metal. The frightened wolf's eyes darted from one barrier to the next. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, shit. Which door should I choose? Which door should I choose? Door number 1. The first door to his left depicted a... Okay. Door number 1. The first door to his left depicted a quadruple-horned rat, its muzzle open in a frozen moan, and a forked tongue draped over its lower lip. However, what caught Dawnwolf's attention were the domed and studded blinders that covered the metal rat's eyes. A thick collar around its neck bore the door knocker. Door number 2! The door in the middle displayed a stag with a thick, velvet-covered set of horns that branched off like a nest of serpents. Though the thickest, most engorged-looking horns appeared to be penetrating into the stag's pierced ears, the creature looked to be in helpless ecstasy. A thick tongue lolled out of its fanged mouth, wide and flaccid. The stag also wore a collar that connected to the door knocker for its door knocker. Door number 3! The last door to his right exhibited an 8-horned goat, each set of horns belonging to a different kind of breed. A thick ball gag was lodged in its muzzle that was not just attached to a set of straps, but also to a pair of forward-curving horns. Its nostrils were flared, and the eyes were wide in fright. Just like the other two, the goat had a collar fastened around its neck that the door knocker was serviced to. The monsters would be upon him at any moment. He had to pick a door now. Alright, now it's time for the dice roll. Let's do this. So just to clarify, I'm using this chart to determine what values each set of dice represents for the 10s and the 1s. Here we go. We got my chart over here. My chart over here for what votes have been cast already by the voters in my Patreon. And as the DM, my dice roll will further influence which door is chosen, thereby adding a bit of randomness. And perhaps maybe a little bit of evil, I don't know. Anyways, I'm lockjaw. Alright, time for the first roll. Oh. All right, that would constitute. Is that it's a 9? Yeah, or a 6? that is a 9. Okay, that is a 9. So, wait, damn it. Okay, I had to go back and review the video. I accidentally nudged the die, but he did roll a 9. It's a 9. All right, here we go. On to the next roll. Come here. Oh. No! There we go. Okay, there's one. And door number 2. Door number 2. We have a 3. Door number 2. You rolled a 3. And finally, for door number 3, here we go. We got the totals so far. Door number 3. Oh. 28. Oh man, my dice are really low today. 28, let's go to do this.
And with the power of magic and the pause button. Magic.
So, looks like door number 1 had a score of 19, door number 2, 83, door number 3 won out with 104. Looks like Dawnwolf chose the door with the goat on it. Oh my goodness, what will happen next? Find out in the next dice roll, or join my Patreon to follow along with the progress of the comic, and you also get artwork, and you also get all of these other discounts and stuff like that. Go check it out, Grrrwolf on Patreon. Love you lots, see you later, bye!
Grrrwolf.